Hey everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review, and today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Star Wars Rebels animated series Princess Leia Organa 3¼ inch figure from Hasbro. Now first of all, big thanks to Hasbro for sending this figure out to us so we could review it. This figure comes packaged in the new Rogue One type packaging, so you've got the image up in the corner of the Death Trooper, and you've got some TIE fighters flying in the backgrounds, and you can see some AT-ATs as well. You've got the Star Wars logo, then you have some artwork for Princess Leia as she appears in the Star Wars Rebel animated series, and then you have the character's name down below, and the figure's clearly displayed on the card back. On the back of the packaging, you have a brief bio in multiple languages up top, and then there's a description about the new app, online app that you can use to take pictures basically of your toys and incorporate them in a video. So it's called the Star Wars Studio FX app. Alright, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging along with the other contents. Now for those of you who don't watch the Star Wars Rebels animated series on Disney XD, Princess Leia Organa made her debut on the series last season in one episode. She was a teenager, and that's what this figure is based on. Now this figure comes with a number of different accessories. We get a grapple line as well as a blaster. We also get an instruction sheet that shows you how to work that Star Wars FX app that I told you about earlier, and we get a little instruction sheet that shows you how to work the grapple line. So first of all, with the blaster, this is just an Imperial Stormtrooper blaster like we've seen before with many other Star Wars figures. It's done with a black plastic. It's a rubbery type plastic, so it does have some bendability to it. You got the little magazine that's sculpted on the side, and you've got the scope on the top. And she can hold this in either hand. So you just have to kind of squeeze it in there, and she holds it nice and tight. You can also get it in the right hand. So again, she holds it pretty good in both hands. For the grapple line, you've got this long piece of string that's attached on each end. You've got these gray, or not gray, but bronze colored plastic hooks. And you can just hook these onto a wall or something. And then you've got this handle, which is done with a gray plastic. And how it works is you just slide the figure's arm. You want to do the right arm. And you just slide it through this hole. And then you just kind of angle the hand so it grips this handle kind of like a gun or something. So once you do that, then she's holding that handle nice and tight. And then once you have the hooks hooked into something, in my case a pair of lights, then you can just kind of push the figure down and it'll slide down the rope. Now I don't recall this being something she actually used in the episode, so I think this is just something, a feature Hasbro added to make the figure more fun. So for the figure itself, I think they've done a pretty good job with this one. The face sculpt maybe is a little bit off. Obviously this is based on a cartoon, so the figure has a bit of an animated feel to it, as it should, like all the Rebels figures do. But I don't think they captured the likeness of the character and how she appeared in the cartoon 100%. I think maybe her jawline is a little too narrow. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. I like the sculpting with the hair. She's got that Princess Leia style hair with the little bun, and she's got a blue bow on the back there. I like the skin tone. She's got the red lipstick, brown eyes, and the eyebrows. Then for the outfit, it looks pretty true to how it appeared in the cartoon. So her shirt is a white color with this bluish gray stripe, and then she's got this little design here on her chest. She's got this belt, and she's got some sculpting detail there on the side of the belt and a pouch on the other side. And then she's wearing these bluish gray pants and cream color boots. Now I do have a little bit of a scratch on the hair on the front here on my figure, and then it looks like the leg, with the leg movement, has scratched a little bit of the paint off on the crotch section, so you can see some white there. But otherwise, I think the paint job on this figure is pretty solid. So this figure stands just under 3¼ inches tall. And here's a comparison with some other 3¼ inch Hasbro Princess Leia figures. And you can see the scale with all these figures varies a little bit. But we've got the young teenage Princess Leia all the way through to the older Force Awakens Princess Leia. And then here's a comparison with other 3¼ inch Rebels figures that Hasbro's released. So for articulation, you just have the 5 points like we see with all the modern day basic Star Wars figures. You can turn the head all the way around. You have a little bit of back and forth movement with the head, and you can kind of pivot it to the left and the right. Arms, you can just rotate around. No elbow joints, no wrist articulation, no waist or midsection articulation. The legs, you can just do forward and back. There's no knee articulation, and there's no ankle articulation. And then there's 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I would say if you're a fan of the Rebels animated series and you've been collecting the other Rebels animated series figures from Hasbro, this is one you're definitely going to want to add to your collection, especially since it's based on Princess Leia, a major character from the original movies. Now, I believe this figure should start hitting with the initial batch of Rogue One product that's going to start hitting shelves this Friday, September 30th, which is deemed Rogue Friday. I don't know that 100%, but I do think this should be in the initial batch of stuff that's coming out this week. Now, we'll have a full image gallery up at JediInsider.com. I'll have a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I'll have links to those in the video description below. And until next time, I'll catch you later.